J'ai du wow 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 wow. J'ai du wow wow wow. J'ai du wow 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 wow. J'ai du wow wow wow.
Hey, this is Chris and welcome to another Sincere Systems review. Before we start, don't forget you can connect with me on Facebook at any time. The link is in the description below. That's the first one. And if you want to join me with Sincere Systems, then just click the second link and that will take you straight to the sign up page. What I'm going to do is today go over something which I call what is the graph. On the dashboard there is a graph which looks complicated, but if we very quickly go into it, you see how important it is to give you confidence in the company. So let's just click on to the dashboard page. Now, as you know, this dashboard page is pretty dull. White background, bluish and greyish and blackish writing. Not terribly exciting, but remember, it's functional, which is what we're after. But what we're going to concentrate down here is this graph. Now, this rather weird sawtooth graph looks very complicated, and at first glance you look at it and think, okay, yeah, that's just for show. Of course, it's not for show. There are dates here, and 30th of the 10th, 22nd of the 10th, 14th of the 10th. You think, well, okay, it's not a daily graph. But if you hover your mouse over this, actually it is a daily graph. If I go to the right hand side, today's the 4th of November, so the date here is the 3rd of November is the last one that they put on, and it just says income forex 0.39. What that means is that on the 3rd of November, which was yesterday at the time of recording, 0.39% profit was made. Now, I've got $100 in the system at the moment as a test, as you well know, and we know that that's going to split us 50-50. And what it's actually done is it's given us 20 cents today on our $100. The nice thing is it rounds up in your favour, which is really rather nice. And as you go along here, every single day has a figure. Some of the figures are particularly low. I mean, for instance, if we go to one over here, it goes down to 0.03%, 0.01%. So some days trading is bad, but this big old spike here, for instance, if I can actually hover over it, 3.01%. Very, very nice profits made on that day. And of course, there's a spike here and a spike here. So on some days you get good results, some days bad results. But it is confusing, this sawtooth. So what a lot of people don't know is that up here is a little button that says per day, which actually controls the graph that you see. So if you go to per day and click it, the next button down is per week. Now if you click this, the graph becomes a little more gentle to look at, a little bit more gentle on the eye. And what it does, it gives you proper weekly results here. So this is the last week, which was from the 26th of October up to the 1st of November, I believe. And the previous one to that is the 12th to the 18th of October. And what you can see is that each dot here gives you a weekly result. So basically what's been earned over the week. The figures are nice, 2.94, 3.27, 2.48 and so on. A good one over here of 6.81 for the week. 6.81% on your money is very, very nice. But that's not the best one. What I think the best graph is if you go up here again and come down to per month. Now this graph is perfect. It shows you how consistent the company is at trading your money and getting a good result. Now don't worry about the last one coming down here, because that is this month, and of course we're only on the 4th of the month at the moment. So basically over the last 2 trading days, it's 0.07%. However, just come back to October, for instance. So October, look at the result, 14.52. That's percentage of your money over the month. Previous one to that in September, 13.05. Next one to that, 14.32, 14.53, 14.6. the great thing about this graph, it shows you the consistency that somewhere between generally 10 and 20%, and in fact here it even this was in, what was this? This was January. So 1st to the 31st of January, good month. It actually topped 20% on your investment for the month. But the general consensus, if you like, all the way through the months is a 14, somewhere between 13 and 15. So let's say an average of probably 14. In fact, what I'll do, let me just take these figures and put them into a calculator, and I will come up with the average of all of these figures. Just give me a second. Okay, so here we are. There's the calculator. And what I've done is, let me just move this out of the way actually for a second. I've taken these 12 months, that's up to October 2020. I've left out this month obviously because it's not a full month. Added them all together, divided by 12, and we have an average of 13.974. So that's nearly 14% per month on your investment. So let's say we started off with $100 at the beginning of the month, and we added 14% of that for the first month. Then we added 14% of that for the second month. Now you notice we don't get another $14, we get 15.96. This is the third month, we add another 14%. And the last month, another 14%. Now you notice by the 12th month, our 14% isn't $14 anymore, it's actually $63. And so our total over the year from a $100 investment would be $433.74. So you can see that the company is consistent, and because it's consistent and because I'm happy with my $100 test, I'm going to invest a little more money in the system over the next few days. So keep an eye on my videos, and as soon as you see one coming up, and in fact if you subscribe and hit the bell icon, you'll see them coming up before anybody else. You'll see us funding the system up to at least $3,000, and we may even put a little bit more in and see how that goes. My name's Chris. It's been lovely to talk to you. Please come back and see us on another video, and take care till then. Bye bye.
J'ai du wow wow wow. J'ai du wow 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 wow.